offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. And the Browns' pressure gets to him that time, and he's going to go down. Credit the sack to the always disruptive Olivier Vernon.
Are you seeing what I'm seeing? That's 3 sacks now, and this team came into the game in the bottom 5 in the league in sacks.
Yeah, what's going on? It's not been their bread and butter. I don't know. Is a blind squirrel finding a nut, or is this something they can build on?
Well, they found some momentum. They found a crack in that offensive line, and they're putting it to good use.
They'll run. This is Burkhead. They get 6 yards back on the run, but still have a 3rd and long situation forthcoming.
As diverse as the running game has become in the NFL, there's still a place for the fullback position. And on that play, he gained nice yardage.
Set! Ready!
Let's get off the field, D. Let's get off the field, D.
That's the end of the first quarter, with the score tied 7-7.
It looks like a nickel set now for the Browns on 3rd down.
Under. Here we go.
He'll drop to throw. And he will not be able to get away as Foles is taken down. Myles Garrett in there to drop him for his 11th sack of the year. On 4th down, Matt Hawk to punt it away. The dangerous Jarvis Landry back for Miami. Fielded at the 33. That'll wind up being a 50-yard punt, though they do get 10 back on the return. And the Browns will take over 1st and 10. The Cleveland offense ready to go. The last possession, these guys were able to tie the game with a touchdown, and now they'll have a chance to move out in front.
Yeah, let's give a big assist to the defense who got the ball back. The special teams went out there, handled things. They've got it. They've got momentum. I know they're eager to get out there and put it on display.
Mayfield on 1st down. Flush to his right. Looking for the out route. It's completed to Landry. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. 1st down yardage on the first play of the drive. Give him 14.
Let's get that ball here. Let's get that ball right here.
1st and 10 at the 44-yard line.
Shift! Watch the shift!
On 1st down, they'll run with Chubb. And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. It's a loss of 4 on the 1st down play.
I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker, and what that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
Now a fake on the give here as they try the run-pass option. And he'll avoid the tackle there with a slide. Now a stoppage, and we've got Chubb shaken up on the play. While the training staff takes a peek, we'll take a break.
Check back. Slam.
Run. King.
Mayfield from the gun on 3rd down. He's going to launch this thing. Man, it's caught at the 6-yard line. And they do get him down, but not before he's able to slip it inside the 5-yard line. Well, they only needed a small gain on 3rd down. They end up getting over 30 yards. 2 of their 3 red zone trips so far they've come up empty on. They'll look to reverse that trend on 2nd and goal.
Say.
Alert! Regular! Pistol. Real. Hey, seam 6.
Yeah, that'll be accepted, of course, and that moves him back 5. The delay of game, a costly one, as they're backed up 5 for first and goal.
He's coming, he's coming, he's coming. We got double up, double.
Point it right, point it right, point it right.
Mayfield sliding out of the pocket to the end zone, but it's incomplete. Ricky Seals-Jones, the intended receiver, but it'll be second and goal.
You got to be precise with your throws, especially in this situation. You're inside the 10-yard line going into the end zone. But sometimes the emotion, the excitement, sometimes the decisions just aren't made very well because of that.
That's complete right around the 8. Only able to pick up 2, and that leads us to third and goal.
The goal of a wide receiver screen is get enough blockers in front to create a wall and let him pick his spot to run the football. How about the defense there, swarming to it and not allowing that to happen? Did not let him get downfield.
Flushed out right. And a big loss here as he's taken down.
2 sacks last week, another one right here. He's been unblockable lately, and I think that goes all the way back to not just his offseason, but the film study he's been doing during the week, because I think he's found matchups that he likes, and he's capitalizing.
Yeah, a few times he's even defeated double teams. He doesn't care at this point.
Everything looked good. Good snap, good hold. Sometimes, though, the ball just doesn't want to go where you want it, and this one winds up no good.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means they're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 29.
Great. Big stop, D. Big stop. Let's go.
Big.
Switch.
Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. He's going to look deep down the field. And this is going to wind up incomplete. The coverage there too strong on the deep ball, and now they face a third down. Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. He'll look to throw. This taken in by Jakeem Grant. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down.
Let's go.
It's a gain of 17.
Slant route's effective no matter who's running the route and catching the ball. But when you have a receiver of that stature, you have to be a little bit more precise throwing it. You don't have the same catch radius with the bigger targets.
Foles now, 5 out of 10, 50% throwing it. Not so hot, but he does have a first down. And the coverage terrific there as that's knocked out and incomplete. Greedy Williams, the rookie out of LSU, there to knock it away. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down.
Tighten up.
2nd and 10. This goes to the tight end, Eric Saubert. And they're going to have another first down as he's going to be tackled at the Browns' 41-yard line.
A gain of 14.
One of the advantages of zone defense, as I remember it, is being able to see the play develop in front of you. One of the disadvantages, when they find those levels where they can hit you with it. Sometimes behind the corner and in front of the safety, it makes it tough to defend.
He's got a first down and more inside the 30. And finally down at the 9-yard line. A gain of 32 that time.
I know we love our jobs, and pretty much any play we see, we're pretty, excited about. But big plays, let's face it, that's what we absolutely live for. How about that one?
That was great. And what our camera missed was the fist pump from the sideline after that catch. They're fired out. That's a big game. The chain gang hustling to catch up. Here's 1st and goal from just inside the 10. This is caught. And he'll be brought down right on the edge of the goal line at about the 1-yard line. That will go as a pickup of 7 on the 7th play of the drive. To throw again on 2nd down. Foles. Woods the intended receiver, but now it's 3rd and goal.
Once you get into the red zone and the safeties have less ground to cover, you'd better be quick with your delivery. Not much space to get a ball in there.
Yeah, when that field shrinks with those safeties, it's almost like there's a couple extra defenders out there, right?
It certainly is. They end up taking up extra space just because there's not enough space for receivers to run through.
Back to throw here. That's caught at the 2. The completion there winds up a wash, and it'll bring up 4th down.
They dialed up the blitz on 3rd down, and your worry as a defense that they can hit you with a big play in that situation. Instead, the blitz pays off, able to rally to the football and make the play.
They failed once in this spot earlier, but the offense will stay out to go for it on 4th down. That's caught by Woods for a Dolphins touchdown. Robert Woods, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Dolphins have taken the lead. Extra point splits the uprights, and that makes the score 14-7. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line. Second quarter action with 1:59 remaining. And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. Oh, Chubb fumbled it.
Wow, that ball gets knocked free, but a teammate comes along and scoops it up. It's almost like baseball. Guys at bat, people are on base in scoring position. One guy doesn't get him home. The next guy comes through and picks him up.
And avoids the turnover.
Regular. Check 59.
From the 24, Mayfield. And he's going to find his man out of the backfield. That's complete. And he'll get to the 29-yard line, brought down there. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down. They go play action here on first down. Got a man, that's Rashard Higgins. Now the Browns signal for the second of their timeouts, as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half.
First and 10 at the 46-yard line.
Hey, alert!
Mike, check, 59.
Hey, Alpha.
Watch the run.
Mayfield now looking to throw on first down. They'll let it go deep for Beckham. That's caught inside the 20. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. 36 yards on the play. Now Mayfield eluding the pressure right. Thrown across his body, and it's intercepted. Picked off inside the 10. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. He had a little bit of the turnover bug last week, 3 interceptions. Not an absolute disaster, but another one here. Do you start to get a little worried?
You worry about your team as a whole because you have to find a way to make those interceptions, quote-unquote, go away, and that means your defense. They've got to go out there on sudden change and at least hold people to field goals, and if that keeps happening, they lose confidence in the quarterback, and then no one plays well.
And they're just going to run it here up the middle. And able to get it across the 20 before they get to it. Now the Dolphins going to burn the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 18 seconds to go in the first half.
Easy.
53 at the mark. Get in the way.
Flat. Let's go. Great.
Watch twist.
Bravo.
On play action, they'll throw. And he's taken down. This will be a Brown sack. The Dolphins going to take their second timeout as they'll stop it with 13 seconds to play in half number one. Sacks, a growing theme in this first half. This is second and long. Foles. He's going to let this one go deep. He's got a man complete. 20, 10, and all the way in for a Miami touchdown. Jakeem Grant in the final seconds of the first half. And the Dolphins are able to extend that advantage.
And that's a lead that excites a team as they head into the half. Good way to finish things off.
Yeah, able to extend that lead, and you always say it, that can totally change the complexion of half number two. Yeah,
it changes your morale, changes your outlook. But even before that, let's see if they decide to kind of squib kick or what they're going to do on the kickoff, because you don't want to give up a big play right before the half ends.
Good point. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This will be taken in at the 1. And a very good return, but a penalty marker is down. I'm not sure what this is going to be. So that flag will cost him 15.
And it doesn't matter anymore how you get the face mask. Any part of it, that's going to be 15 yards.
The Browns drive about to get started. Time remaining for likely one final play. You're on your side of the field, but, heck, maybe you throw one up 50-plus yards, see what happens.
Don't forget that taking the knee is the right play to make, because you just get out of there, you regroup, you start over. But if you're going to take the shot, you do have a chance of either making the play happen or picking up a deep pass interference call. And remember, it's the NFL. You get yardage. It's not just a 15-yard play. You could have something big here. Let's see if they take the shot.
Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. This fielded at the 2. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
The Browns take over first and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
And I never want to make something more important than it actually is, right? I don't want to create more hype than what is there. But this is a real, I'm doing it, though. This is a really important drive. And we often talk about teams scripting plays to start a game. A lot of them script to start the second half, too. And they're scripting something that they expect to get them into the end zone and back into this game.
We'll see if that script is a good one for them. They go with Chubb on second down. And once again, the Dolphin defense holds firm as they'll stop him behind the line of scrimmage. It'll wind up being a loss of 2. And that's going to lead to a 3rd and 12.
Mike. 20.
Watch the run. Check.
Real.
From the gun, Mayfield. Forced out to his left. And able to catch it on the left sideline, but they're going to rule him out of bounds. So it'll be incomplete, certainly one they'd like to have back as it brings up 4th down. The Browns send out their punter now as he'll kick it away for the second time. And he gets this away, and look at this. This is a good one. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. They have the lead here. Well, we talk a lot about pregame speeches. What are halftime speeches like?
For the most part, not nearly as emotional. They're a lot more.
And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked up by Denzel Ward.
And, Brandon, this is a real nice job defensively of getting inside a quarterback's head and figuring out, okay, where's he going with the football? Because you can make an educated guess defensively, not all the time, but sometimes. And when you're right, you've got a decent chance of coming away with the football.
A run on first down, but it's not going to get him much, maybe a yard, and that's all. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9. The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. And again, it's Chubb. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. This will be a 2-yard loss on the play. And that'll bring up a 3rd and 11 situation.
Switch. Hey, alert. One touch.
Mayfield hands it off to Chubb. Yeah, he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. A good play there as the Browns strike for 16 and a first down. We've seen him break off a big run already in this game, and for a second, that one looked like it might be another.
Yeah, I think that any defense would say, look, we can't let him get to the second level because sometimes he'll break off the big run on his own, but oftentimes you get additional blocking at the second level, which gets you deeper into the secondary.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Mayfield hands to Chubb on the draw. And the play goes nowhere. Losing yardage back near the 40 at the 39. Now a stoppage here as it looks like we've got a Dolphin shaken up on the play. While the training staff works on him, we'll step aside and be right back.
180.
59. Not today, you are. Not today.
One touch.
And he'll get 4 here down to the 35-yard line.
That's a really good job right there. Just kept stringing that play out, pushing him further and further towards the sideline. Really good fundamentals by that defense.
He was trying to put his foot in the ground and turn upfield. He just couldn't.
No, they really had a picket fence in front of him. No room to find to get upfield.
And he's going to be brought down short of the first at about the 31-yard line. Call it a gain of 4, and it'll bring up 4th down.
And that last carry puts him right at 100 yards for the game. So how has he done it? Because he's been patient, followed his blocks, let everything develop, and then burst through for big gains.
So he missed that field goal earlier, but he says not this time. Able to knock it through, give his guys 3.
I like his poise. I like his confidence, his belief in himself. Sometimes when you miss that first one, you see a lot of guys sag and they can't make the next one. Not in this case. Stepped right up like a pro.
And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. They've got to right the ship. They had a great first half, but the lead has really gone down. Now, you always talk about the adjustment to the adjustment. They've got to adjust right here.
And I think a lot of it is just mentally. Get back to doing what you were doing well in the beginning of the game, but a lot of that is playing with that emotion and that sense of pride and fire that sometimes goes away a little bit when you build up the lead. You think you've got it going, and you also think at any moment I can go ahead and go back to the way it was before. You and I both know it's not that easy once you get off the gas a little.
Yeah, they don't want to see this lead diminish anymore. So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10.
Hey, watch the screen.
They'll run now with Burkhead. And trying to push forward, but he is going to be stuffed up in the backfield. Officially, it will go as a 1-yard loss, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down. And for the Browns, a nickel set here on 3rd down. They'll drop the throw. Over the middle, that's hauled in by Kupp. And they do get this across midfield to the 49, but a small consolation prize as he's well short of the first. The completion good for only 6, and that'll bring up 4th. Here's Matt Hawk now as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time.
The Browns take over 1st and 10 at their own 12-yard line.
The Cleveland offense ready to go. And tough to win games if you're going field goal, field goal, field goal here. They got field goal last time. Now they'll be looking for a touchdown.
They're looking for the big chunk now because, as you noted, the field goal way of doing it makes it that much harder and puts more pressure on every possession for you now. Go ahead and get 6 and feel a lot more comfortable about the position they're in.
Bigger chunks. We'll see if they can get the score. Now a fake on the give here as they try the run-pass option. And the Dolphins rush gets home. Down he goes. You never want to give up a sack. From the O-line's perspective, they hate it for several reasons, especially because they felt like they let little brother down back there in the pocket.
Oh, no doubt. They have a ton of pride, and they go into every job wanting to keep that guy clean. They want that uniform with no grass stains, no dirt, nothing on it, but it's really, really difficult. You're talking about some terrific athletes who are trying to put him on the ground.
And he'll be corralled well upfield right around the 40-yard line. A gain there of 21 yards.
First and 10 at the 40-yard line.
Hatchet.
A first down throw from Mayfield. Pressure comes and down goes Baker Mayfield. Charles Harris in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
They'll try the draw now with Chubb. And some room to run now. Yeah, he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. A gain there of 30 big ones. What makes a draw play like that successful?
Well, we did see where he made the first wave miss, and that was a big part of it. But a lot of it is just being actors back there, making the defense think it's going to be a pass.
So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for first and 10. They'll run. It's Hilliard. And give him 4 yards there. It'll be second and 6.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable second down. A very solid gain on that play.
Watch twitch.
Point it right. Hurry.
They'll run again with Hilliard. And that play went nowhere. Losing yardage. It'll be back at the 36. It's a loss of 2, now third down. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down.
We ain't beginning to turn you up. Run. Don't get nervous.
Check 99. Check 99.
Up.
Working out of the gun, Mayfield. And an alley to run. And he slides to avoid the hit. And he's got another first down as he's brought down at the Dolphins' 23. Trying to get one more in here before the quarter breaks. And as they come to the line, they will not be able to get off another play as time has run out on this third quarter. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. Baker Mayfield, as a rookie, 3 times he led the Browns back to victory in the fourth quarter. What can he do here in year number 2?
Alert.
A run for Nick Chubb. And he'll get it down this time to the 17. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to second and 4.
That's a strong pickup right there on first down. And as this drive goes on, we're seeing an offensive line and running game imposing its will.
Danny.
Run.
From the 17, Mayfield. And he gets it to his running back, Nick Chubb. And they'll bring him down at the 13-yard line. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down. Mayfield now, 9 of 16 through the air as he's got it first and 10. Now Chubb. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. That's going to go as a loss of 1 on first down.
Brings up 2nd and 11 at the 13-yard line.
Maybe just a slight detour on what's been a strong drive. Here's 2nd and 11. They run it again with Chubb. Oh, Chubb fumbled it. And once again, the Dolphin defense holds firm as they'll stop him behind the line of scrimmage. But call it luck or skill, whatever the case is, they're feeling good about just keeping the football there.
Yeah, the biggest thing that they're calling it now, our ball. I mean, they don't care if it was luck or skill. Boy, the panic that jumps up in your chest when that ball's on the ground, whether you get it or your teammate gets it, just as long as you retain possession, that's all you're looking for.
Kill. 22-jet bomber. 22-jet bomber. Shoot.
On third down, Hilliard. And he's not going to get anywhere close to the marker as they'll stop him well short of the yellow line. Give him a couple on the run as it brings up a 4th down.
It's 4th down.
Here's Austin Seibert now for the Browns field goal.
For the field goal. A 32-yard attempt.
Seibert's kick is good. And that'll make this an 8-point game. All right, so they needed 2 scores to get back in the game. The field goal there, maybe not exactly what they wanted, but the necessary first step.
There's still time remaining, and there's enough time to get it done. They've got to get at the least a 3-and-out here to get the ball back, preferably a takeaway.
So the lead trimmed down to 8 as here comes the kickoff, and it's away. This fielded at the 2. Oh, good move. And his guys are going to start their drive right at the 20-yard line.
Let's go.
The Dolphins take over 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. They've got the lead. Last time had to punt it, though. What's the key to this drive?
I think it's leverage. Big guys up front. You know the motivational speech on the sideline is, guys, give us an opportunity. Protect the passer, create space for our runners, and let's go ahead and get these guys. Low man wins. Let's go do it on this drive.
We'll watch that leverage on this drive. 2nd and 9 now from the 21. Now the former 4th-round pick, it's Kalen Ballage. And he's going to have to protect the football and take his lumps here at this stage of the game as they stop him behind the line. That'll set him back with a loss of 3 on the play. And they'll be facing a 3rd and 12.
Be alert. Check. Yes. Hey, wahoo.
Looking to throw. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. A gain of 26 on the 3rd down conversion. Well, probably the only thing he did wrong there was go out of bounds, nursing this 4th quarter lead. You want to stay in, eat the clock.
Yeah, you got to love the effort, the catch, the extra yardage, but you got to know the situation. Stay in bounds, young man.
So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. Now Foles. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked off by Greedy Williams, the rookie from LSU. A critical error there in a tight game in the 4th.
All you talk about is taking care of the football, and especially with a lead here in the 4th quarter. Turning it over, now the door is open for the opposition.
Now Mayfield lost the football.
On plays like this, when the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back. Because this is the quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
On the carry, it's Chubb. And he was able to shed the tackle, but the reserves come in for the stop. The former Charger All-Pro, Eric Weddle, on the stop.
He's definitely tough to get down. We just saw it right there. But how about what we did see? Pursuit, wrap up, and then the big finish with the tackle.
Chubb. And he'll take this up over the 40 to about the 41. Just a gain of 2 there, and it's going to bring up a 4th down.
Well, they got off the field on 3rd down. An excellent job, an excellent defensive series. We always talk about adjustments, and usually only at halftime. But the best teams adjust series to series. And on that series, they adjusted so well that they got the job done in fine style.
Regular. Watch the safety creep. Up. Crunch.
Now the Browns will use the first of their 3 timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. The Browns send out their punter now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. And that one hits at the 7, but bounds into the end zone, and that'll be a touchback.
Their own 20-yard line.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. Right now clinging to a 1-score lead, Charles, and I think operating within that 4-minute offense with a little less than 4 minutes to go applies here, right?
It certainly does, and that means the playbook is still wide open. But you are a little bit more careful about what you're calling. You want plays that are going to gain yardage, how would you say it, consistently, right? You don't need the big shots down.
And the Browns pressure gets to him that time, and he's going to go down. Myles Garrett, he's the culprit, and that is now his 13th sack of the season as his great year continues.
3rd and
10. Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
12. Push him back. Switch.
The pressure drops off as they'll look to throw. That's incomplete, but there is a flag down, so hang on. A big call coming on 3rd down. So instead of 4th down, 1st down.
Well, so much for winning the down you put a lot of emphasis on because 3rd down is key for offense and defense. Instead, you're going to stay on the field and start a new set of downs.
And not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10.
Check hot route.
Balaj. And the hole closes quickly. He gets it across the 35 to the 36-yard line. Brought down that time by Christian Kirksey. Now the objective there, I mean, yes, the positive gain, that's nice, but work some clock.
Yeah, you're exactly right, but the problem for them is still within a possession, so they can't just sit on it running the ball. They have to find a way to throw it effectively as well.
So the Dolphins have it as we welcome you back in. They've got a 2nd down now as they search for a way to get this one to the finish line. Now here's a throw right side taken in by his tight end. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. 12 yards there and a 1st down. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this 2nd half. Here's 1st and 10. Now Balaj. And he's going to take this across the 50 into Browns territory. He'll get a nice chunk there on the 1st down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
I have to chuckle to myself a little bit, Brandon, because right now I could be in that huddle with that offensive line. I know exactly what they're saying. If you call a pass play here, we're going to call a timeout. Run the football. We got to.
And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. Now the Browns signal for the 2nd of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with just over a minute to go in the game. The Dolphins on 3rd down. They've converted just 2 for 6 thus far. This will be 3rd and 5. Here's Foles. And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game.
You know, on these types of plays, we're always looking to assess blame. Okay, where did it break down? Sometimes it's just a great play.
So on 4th down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. This to make it a 2-score game. And off the crossbar, and it kicks back out. Needed maybe a foot or two, but it's no good as it stands. And this score will stay right where it is. So close to an NFL record, but denied by the crossbar.
And you have to feel bad for him, don't you? He squeezed every last inch out of that kick. Oh, I thought he had it, but you said it. He's denied by the cruel sound of the metal crossbar.
And now whistles and a flag, and I think we got a jump here. A free 5 yards as the defense jumps.
I know it's an anticipation game for them, but it's also a reaction game, and they reacted poorly on that one.
A boost here to start the drive. After the penalty, it's 1st and 5.
Take 4, take 4.
Following the penalty, Chubb. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. No gain there on 1st and 5, and it leaves him with a more standard 2nd down. Here's Mayfield. That's complete over the middle to Callaway. And he's taken down, but not before reaching the 10-yard line. A gain there of 30 big ones. And that is incomplete, stopping the clock with 5 seconds to go.
He was covered by Rashad Jones.
An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10.
We taking wins. Point it right, point it right, point it right.
One last shot from Mayfield here. Buying time to his left. And he will go down outside of the pocket for a sack. Tried to get away, but could not. They set the goal beginning of the year. Hey, let's win 7 games. Unfortunately, with this loss, they can't do it.
So now to be interesting to see how they respond as a team. Because sometimes when you set goals, if you don't achieve them, you don't care anymore. You let everything else go. I want to see if they're going to continue to fight, scratch, claw, do whatever to try and get as many wins as possible, even if it doesn't reach their stated number.
So that's a wrap for Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gunn. And this has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. For more, check us out at easports.com. With that, we say so long from Cleveland.